What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another show with It Matters with me, Zikri Khalil, the one and only who's been hosting the show for the past 3 years and a half. Wow, we're on episode 42. That means, yes, we've done 42 episodes, and this is a continuation of last week's session because this entire month we're dedicating to um, making Malaysia a much better place, and that requires a lot of non-profits that we want to highlight to all of our viewers out there, and to make and together, all of us can do better for a brighter Malaysia, and that's why the theme is called "Together for a Brighter Malaysia." And today we have a special guest, and she is not the founder, but she is a key player of the Great Charity Association, Great Charity Heart Malaysia, in this sense. So I want to bring her onto the show right now, and I thought of just giving you a quick introduction on who she really is. She heads up at partnerships at Great Heart Charity Association, and she's here to edutain all of us. And I'd like everyone to give you a big round of applause to Shamira, or full name Rabiatul Intan Shamira, short for Mira Rizman. You confused me in the beginning. Welcome to the show.
Okay, thank you, Zikri. Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Hey everyone, good evening. That's nice. That's how we always start. We always say hey everyone. So welcome to the show. I'm very happy that that you are here, because last week we had people from Prativi Soup Kitchen. They gave
Oh,
us a huge insight of how they're moving forward into 2024, their
mhm.
struggles throughout COVID, and the history of Prativi dates back all the way to 1967, which is amazing. Of course, I'm not trying to do some kind of comparison analysis because that's not supposed to happen. But I'm saying there was a lot of learning there when we talked to them. So we
Mhm.
hope to hear more and learn more and see how else can our viewers and people out there do to contribute by becoming volunteers with you guys, hopefully, or even better, to donate. Because for those who
Mhm.
are watching Gamers.tv, there's a donation button down there. Feel free to press the donation button if you like what you see. Uh, and yeah, basically share some love, because everyone needs some love. All the funds will be going to the Malaysia Nation Building Impact Fund, where we are collectively collecting for all the 5 charities that we're featuring for this entire month. So yeah, Mira, I was told you're pretty new at the Great Heart Charity Malaysia.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm
Great
kind of
Heart Charity
new.
Association. I keep Great
Yeah,
Heart Charity
it's
Association.
just
Okay.
9 months, not even a year. But I'm trying my best to ensure that I can educate everyone here today, about Great Heart Charity, and I would love to share more about what we do and yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Did you say 9 months just now?
yeah, 9, 10 months. Yeah.
Okay, that's not that new. I thought you were like 1 month old. That would be like, whoa. But yeah, but 9 months still matters. For me, the more you pass probation, which is 6 months usually, an average, then you're like, yeah, for some time. So now being there for 9 months, can you tell us a bit more about the history and the mission of Great Heart Charity? And how does it align with our theme this month, which is Together for a Brighter Malaysia?
Mhm. Okay, first of all, thank you to the Incitement for inviting Great Heart Charity to be one of your beneficiaries, and we are actually very grateful to be invited to the show today. So I am very happy to share about Great Heart Charity today. Okay, so just a little bit background about Great Heart Charity. So we have our president Frankie C and our secretary Rick C. They are actually brothers. Okay, so when they were younger, okay, they always did like a charity project. They always donated to welfare homes, to underprivileged families. Usually during like any of their family members' birthday, so they always did like a charity work. Okay, so many of the times their friends would like to join them as well. So since there's a lot of people who like to join them, so they started their own NGO. Okay, so we actually started on the year of 2010. but we have established our Great Heart Charity 2013 lah. Okay, so actually this year we have celebrated 10-year anniversary of Great Heart Charity. We just
Oh, nice.
recently, yeah, we 10 years old gitu. Okay, so we started, so recently we just finished our gala dinner, so we have fundraised for our Great Heart Charity lah. Okay, yeah, okay, so what we did in Great Heart Charity, I understand, like in segment you have other four other NGOs, they have their own mission, right? But for Great Heart Charity, we are more focuses on the B40 families and also the underprivileged families. So we have helped, I think, almost more than 15,000 beneficiaries for 10 years. So, okay, so we have our sister NGOs, we have not just Great Heart Charity, but we have Great Vision Charity, we have Earth Warriors Association, and also Persatuan Kasih Semadi, also Genzintang. And every of these NGOs, we have our own mission and vision. Okay, so our mission is most likely we want to be the platform to connect our contributors, to connect our volunteers, and also our beneficiaries together. We even have an event where we actually connecting all of them together. So our gala dinner, we have connecting our contributors, our volunteers, and also our beneficiaries together. Okay, okay. So that's a little bit background about Great Heart Charity lah. Okay. What
Okay.
else? Hmm.
I mean, what else? Let's talk about you. I mean, at least we understood the full extent of the history. You know, congratulations on your 10 years anniversary. I'm sorry, it's just you right now on the screen because we should have a great look at this great person who's making Great Heart Charity Association greater than ever. But I wanted to yeah, ask like your role at Great Heart Charity at the moment. You know, like you're doing all the partnerships. You know, what strategies do you actually employ to ensure that you foster successful collaboration? Because collaboration is one thing that I would say hasn't been so cohesive. You know, we have seen many kind of collaboration under one big umbrella. You know, like I saw that during yeah, let me just pull my face out. So we saw that during COVID, where there was a huge, you know, everybody was working together. You know, everybody's trying to sure that someone gets their PPP outfits, their mask and whatnot. Everybody was working together, but on a larger scale, you know, like let's say like you know, a lot of people are also fighting uh, their turf, if you know what I mean, right? You know, like if you have a similar nonprofit who are doing the same thing and they want to work with you, of course, it's gonna, you know, reality speaking, people are gonna eat up some of their food on the table, right? In some sense, you know. So to get rid of that kind of mindset, because that's what we've seen, you know, Philip. You know, we've been in the scene for almost 13 years now, so we've seen all kinds of challenges. You know, like, oh, we don't really want to work with them, or we're unsure. We can only work on this specific segment, but anything outside, you know, it's a bit, you know, we don't want to share, especially when it comes to money. Nobody wants to share.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saying all the real stuff that happens out there. So you being the head of, you know, heading the partnerships at Great Heart Charity Association, what is your strategy in making a successful collaboration?
Okay, actually for partnership executive, right? So what I did was for the past 10 months. So for the past 10 months, I did was actually I have put a lot of passion and also kindness every time that I talk to any collaborators or even like any organizations, you know, because I believe that with kindness and also with smile on your face and even your friendliness, okay, you can actually attract people to connect with you. So that's one of my strategy to actually to have a successful collaboration. And at the same time, actually, I have been very flexible and also tolerable with our other organizations or even with our volunteers, with our beneficiaries as well. We need to, you know, understand how to communicate with them, especially when we talk to our beneficiaries. We need to understand what they need, right? Since we are the one who will be seeing what do they need. So as a person of a partnership, I will need to understand what they need. So from what they need, I can, allocate our resources in order that we can help them, especially
Okay.
for the B40 families, especially I wanted them to increase their well-being, of course. So not just we just teach them how to, we not just give them fish, but we taught them how to fish as well. Yeah.
Of course. Is there any examples of that?
Okay, as for Great Heart Charity, right, we have supported a lot of aids actually. So we did with rental support, we did with grocery support, and even I think my most favorite help is that we give business support. Okay, actually, it's very nice to give this business support because some of the family, underprivileged families, they wanted to start their own business, right? They don't have the model to start something. So we help them with that. So by giving them the model, we even taught them how to manage their money, how to manage their business, so they can increase their well-being and increase actually their increase their income lah at the
Mm.
same time. So that's
Yeah.
actually what I said, what I meant by we not just give them fish, but at the same time we teach them how to fish as well. Yeah.
Okay, great. I think that's pretty clear on how you're strategizing things, and I'm sure that it's working out. But leading towards that, how does it specifically contribute to elevating poverty and nation building in Malaysia from your perspective?
Okay, from my perspective is that one of the things that like I said, we did give business support, right? Okay, this one time, this is actually a story from, I think from 2000, I think 2020 or 2021, I don't remember, but this is a story that we actually went to house assessment. Okay, before we
Um,
help someone, we go for a house assessment. So we need to understand what they need, right? So there's this one deaf couple. Okay, since none of us actually know how to sign language, so what we did was they actually write on papers, so they write and then we write. So it's very hard, but however, we managed to help them with the business grocery support. Okay, before this, their income was not so good lah. I think it's maybe 500 and below. But after we helped them with their grocery support, they have increased their income to 2,000 and 2,500 and even more. Okay, so
oh
that's
wow.
how we actually alleviate the poverty. Okay, so it's not that we just give them, but we help them in increasing their well-being and also their income. So it comes with their own effort as well, right? So not just
Yeah.
being dependent, but at the same time you need to have your own effort to ensure that you can alleviate your own income.
Okay, that's great. Now to follow up on what you just said, we have a video here to showcase the work that you do. So I want to show the audience what you guys are all about, and I hope you can also perhaps give a bit of insights in case we're not sure what's happening in the video. It's not that long, so let's play and see right now. I'm just gonna do this 1 second.
We see ourselves as a charity platform, a trustworthy platform to link up the beneficiaries, volunteers, and donors together. There are various programs carried out under Great Heart Charity Association, starting from family care support to dialysis subsidy programs, Orang Asli Empowerment Program, and Central Care Support as well. We also run a community center in Klang, which we practice the spirit of giving back.
that was the video, and I'm sorry there was a bit of technical issue because it's very hard when you're doing all the videos all by yourself. So, but based on that, what we just saw, we saw Rick. That's the same. That's the person that we interviewed last time in the show about a year, 2 years ago. But from all the highlights that we saw, are you able to share any memorable success stories um, that portrays the impact from Great Heart Charity? That you can just name us one that perhaps could be very compelling for us to kind of understand, the impact that it has made, and a follow up to that, just so that you can continue to help give some insights on that. How does Great Heart Charity engage and motivate the community to participate in the charitable work?
Okay. So as for the memorable story, right? So like I said before, it's about the deaf couple. I think it's one of the memorable story for me because I think even though it's very hard for us to communicate with them, however, we have tried our best in order that we can help them. In order that we can help their family to elevate their income, to increase their well-being as well. So since that help, they have been doing well in their life. So they have been their income has been increased. So that's one of the memorable story. And also one of the things that I think I remember, one this is actually very recent. I did a back to school project with this one school. Okay, this school is actually very very old. I think like my mother's age, the school. I think 50 years old for actually that school. So I remember I went to the school. Their library is very old. They have very old books, very old tables and chairs. They even have like the very old aircon, the square thing. So it looks very, very old. And they don't even have aircon in their library. So I still remember I told them, students like to come to library because of the aircons and stuff. And they said, oh, it's very hard for the students to come to the library since they don't have any aircons. So I'm like, oh, why not we give them aircons and we, try to apa to beautify their library more, right? So sekarang
Yeah.
we have the aesthetic and stuff. So the kids love it now, right? So luckily we have one actually sponsors. So they actually beautify the library. Very very beautiful. So I still remember after they put up a new shelf and everything. So the student actually came, teacher, can we enter the library? And they have the aircon and everything. It's very nice to hear that the students are becoming very happy to go to the library. So it's that little things that we did that actually made this school actually very happy, and also for the students to, we would like to encourage the students to learn more, to study, and to go to the library to read. So this program actually helped the schools to actually to have their students, to encourage their students to go to the library more. So that's actually one of the things that why one of the reasons that I have been loving how I always love to help more people in need, especially to the underprivileged families. We give the back to school items, so they are very happy. Even though I can say it's very simple. We give out school bags, and even 100 ringgit vouchers for them is very big and it's very helpful for them. As for now, economics is very hard for them, and school uniforms are very expensive. So they received the 100 ringgit vouchers. They were very grateful for it. So actually, the little things actually make me very happy. So those feedbacks coming from the parents, from the students, actually make me very happy. So I think one of the things that I still remember, one of my boss actually told me, you need to tell more of this kind of story to your friends, maybe in your Instagram, in your story, so that we can encourage the community, our friends, especially the young people like me, to do charitable work more. Yeah. So I still remember I did post one of story that I did, and then my friends were asking, "Oh, that is so nice. I would like to join more, and stuff like that." So I think that's one of the things that we, would like to encourage more, especially during this like Gen Z area, right? So we have our Instagram, TikToks, to share more about our community work. So I think that is one of the things that we how we actually engage our volunteers as well lah. Okay, so yeah.
Okay.
Also, in our Instagram as well, we did update most of our help, most of our aid that we help. So we actually wanted more of everyone to come and follow our Instagram because we did update our beneficiaries. Sometimes our beneficiaries did sell something, but we would like more. We would like the growth of the exposure of our Instagram as well. So that kind of thing actually really helps our beneficiaries at the same time helps us as well. Yeah.
And how big is your volunteering team? Like, do you have a core volunteering team? Is it based on ad hoc or?
Okay, we actually have a lot of volunteering teams actually. We are actually very grateful that we have very committed volunteers. We have volunteers from Sekinchan, we have volunteers from Perak as well. We even have very committed volunteers in Malacca right now. So some of them are very committed. They even helped us with gala dinner, not just one time, but a lot of times. Some of them did come once or twice, but mostly we have very committed volunteers joining us. Yeah.
Okay, because I mentioned that because we have one of your volunteers here in the studio. I mean, virtual studio, not real studio. One day we're real studio. So I wanted to bring our second guest to the show, Mr. Angkian Beng, or short for KB, as you would like us to address him. Welcome, KB. How are you?
Hi, good evening, everybody, and let's us bring brighter for Malaysia. Yeah, and thank you for inviting me to join this event. Yeah.
No. It's our pleasure to have you. I mean, I have to ask, where are you right now, KB? Where do you stay?
Actually, I stay in Klang.
Oh, Klang. Okay.
Yeah.
Klang.
I'm from Penang, but I'm staying in Klang since about 20 years plus, yeah, almost.
Oh, okay. A very long time, man. Klang. I've heard about Klangsters, but not sure if you're one of them. But they're good people. I'm just saying.
Okay.
But yeah, so how long have you been volunteering with Great Heart Charity?
Yeah, actually, I started as a volunteer for Great Heart since about 4 years ago after I retired from my job. All right.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
you're retiree.
Yeah, I'm retired. I might look young, but I'm almost 60. Yeah.
What? Man, I thought you were at least 25. So
Thank you. Never mind, I'll buy you a lunch later.
okay, I'll take you on that. Everyone's here. There's a group here on the chat. We have a group chat. People are saying a lot of things about you guys. So this is a witness of you going to buy me lunch, huh?
Okay, yeah, sure.
But please carry on. So you've been there longer than Mira. That's one thing. Secondly, is you started 4 years ago, right after you retired.
Yeah.
But what were you already volunteering beforehand on other charities, or was there something about Great Heart Charity that was pulling you towards them and making yourself a Great Heart Charity volunteer?
Okay, I think previously before I retire, basically I do some donation to some NGO to support, but basically more on monetary donor, right? So after I retire, actually I just want to do something more meaningful. And then, of course, I mean, I'm a scout. I'm still a scout. Okay. So as a scout, actually, we believe that we always do a good turn lady. That means we are expecting to do a good thing to the community without expecting any returns, okay, in daily, right? So I'm still practicing that, okay? So that's a key point that drive me why I want to put in some effort into helping those needed, right? Of course, I mean, as a volunteers, I also, I mean, not, I mean, even I retire, I still can make use of my knowledge that I pick out during my working time to help out the communities. Of course, the other thing is for my side here is also I look into my life certification. Basically, I enjoy helping people, I enjoy giving people. So that's the reason that even before I retire, actually I'm searching for a few organizations. And the reason why I choose the Great Heart, first thing, of course, Great Heart got a community center in Klang, which is very nearby to my house, and I can go anytime. Of course, the other thing, of course, as Mira mentioned just now, is I think Great Heart got some good value point that I value so much that actually we are not planning to give people fish, but we are going to teach people fishing, right? So
Mm,
that's a key point that where attract me, right? Because
yeah,
I do believe that there's a lot of people need help, right?
yeah,
But sometimes due to they facing the challenges, so sometimes it's good that as volunteer, as people that standing outside of their challenges, maybe
yeah.
you should trigger their mind that they should look into themselves that how can they make their life better. Because
Yes.
I grown up from a poor family, to be sincere. Actually,
Okay.
I before I go to university, I need to work for 1 year to earn some living before I go to my university study.
Oh,
So
wow.
so I do believe that some people you need to put in your self effort into making your life better, right? So as part of volunteer, I think this is what I can fulfill. I can do what I plan to do in my life, right? Of course, uh, maybe I'm 60, I still got about, if let's say in Malaysian, I can live until 75, I still got about 15 years to help the communities, right?
Yeah.
That's a great thing that I feel, right? So uh, sometimes the real happiness that you earn by giving is not something that is very difficult to explain, but only thing when you put in the effort, you go and do it, then you'll feel it, right? That's how I feel it, right? So maybe that's why it make me sometimes after I retire, I meet out with my old colleagues, right? And they say, hey, how come you look younger? Then I told them because I'm giving, I'm not taking, I always giving. So it's a key thing that the real happiness that you are doing actually make you feel better, more
Yeah,
analytics, and then whatever you learn, actually you can help out the community a lot, right?
of course, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
I there,
That's my
we have
belief. Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, we have a chat stream at the same time on Immerse TV, and there's a lot of people watching right now, and all of them are saying they're pretty surprised to see you on the on the show. So I don't know what his or her name is, but OJL. I don't know if that initials. You know, he's saying, "Wow, Ang," and Munyan just said, "Inspiring Kian Beng." So they're saying hi to you. I guess you're pretty well-known volunteer yourself. But to follow up that with that, what is your day in the life of a volunteer with Grey Head Charity like? So people could, because the center is very close to you.
Yeah.
Do you get like some kind of command center emailing or WhatsApping and telling you, hey, there's this thing going on. Would you come on board? Or do you even advise the volunteers? And what is that like for you?
Okay, basically, I what I do here is I do think that want to help. I'm for example that I'm the IT graduate, right? Okay, so I mean when I know that in a community center they need somebody to teach a computer class, all these type of things. So I take this because I got the experience. Maybe my knowledge that I learned maybe is 30 years ago, right? When I graduated, it's 1991, right? 30 years
Yeah,
ago. But I think whenever there is a need somebody to teach a computer, so immediately I take out a role. Of course, for me, I think is a good thing to me also because I want to keep myself younger. So basically, I go and pick out the knowledge by myself because the technology is different. So I still need to go and study the book, prepare the tuition, all this type of thing. And then I go to the tuition center so that I can teach the children, right? So I think sometimes when we do volunteering, we just need to look into both ways in the sense that actually it also benefit to me because I start studying. I start opening book, I start reading what I was going to teach. So in the other way also, I'm so learning more knowledge on myself. Right? So that's I believe. Okay. So basically, I do enjoy also. I mean, to help those grocery purchase for those underprivileged, right? And then so,
yeah,
okay, when I do a grocery purchase for those underprivileged, I also enjoying that talking to them, understand their challenges. Okay, of course, I
yeah.
also can give them the advice that what I've been facing before and how I overturn my challenges, all this type of thing. I think all this is experiences that I think is good on my side that I can share with the beneficiary so that they can be a better person. Right?
Absolutely. I totally agree
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
And OJL here is saying, Ang, you can be a role model to other volunteers and public. This is, I'm reading from the chat stream. So you have a big fan, apparently, in
Thank you. Thank you.
the
Thank
great
you.
charity space.
Thank
I think my other question to you would be, um, how diverse is the volunteering group at Great Heart Charity, and how do you think can they play a role in the success of this theme that we have, which is Together for a Brighter Malaysia campaign? Because Malaysia is very diverse. We have all the multi-ethnic, multi-religion, multi-cultured. It's a hot melting pot, and I think it's getting more stronger than before. Could you share a bit more on that?
Yeah, I think for Great Heart itself, actually is I think even the workers inside the Great Heart and the volunteer teams is a multiracial, right? So basically, all the beneficiary that we are supporting is all multiracials also. And then, I mean, how can we help out together to bring brighter for Malaysia? Which I think with all those, I think I met a lot of young volunteers in Great Heart when I do when I supporting all the events, right? So basically, what I see here, all this is something that to promote, right? To promote the mindset of giving rather than receive, and then to promote the happiness that is the happiness or the peace that how can after we enjoy it, after we are giving to the communities, and also it help out to build the self confidence, the self extremes. Okay, to the volunteers. I think all these will build more and more volunteers, and this kind of work is inside your heart. Okay, so that's why you call it a great heart, right? Inside a heart that you will pass down to the next, and you spread the heart to many peoples. At the end, the more people will come into the community to support. I do believe that definitely you will help out in brighter Malaysia.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, great stuff. I mean, thank you for elaborating it from your own point of view. I want to go quickly on the chat stream now because apparently there's a question here by MK. She's the one with this lavender profile photo. Very funny about that. But anyways, I like lavenders. What would you say? I think this question is going to you, Mira. What would you say is the greatest differentiator of Great Heart Charity compared to the other organizations? Can you share a bit about the Overseas Union Program? Also, any major plans for 2024? That's 3 questions. So if you want to chime in also, KB, feel free. But let's have Mira answer this question for MK, Miss Lavender, I'll call it.
Okay, sure. Okay, thank you for the question. Okay, for the first question is, what is the greatest differentiator of Great Heart Charity compared to other organizations, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so what we did basically, we actually provide help that is based on the need of our beneficiary. So we actually did assessment beforehand before we provide our aid, and also one thing is to understand their situation and how genuine, but also mainly to understand their needs the most. Okay, so only then our team will advise them accordingly. Okay, rather than just giving them groceries similar to many other NGO. I still remember one time I went to this. We did family assessment where we give out grocery support. Okay, so I still remember this. I asked this beneficiary. I told her, okay, ma'am, please list out any groceries that you will need for this month. So I will go and buy for you. And then she said, "Oh, really? I will need to list out. I thought I would just be given like anything, you know. For example, usually most of the NGOs they will give like a rice and oil, just like the usual one, like eggs and stuff like that. So they thought they will be receiving all those like essential items. But I told them no. You can list out anything that you want. For example, if you want detergent, just list out. If you want Febreze or like Daya, just whatever you need. Because we want you to receive the things that you always use. Because we don't want things to go to waste, right? So if you don't use it, it will be to waste. So that's why we always have assessment, and we will always ask our beneficiaries for their groceries wish list. Okay, just so they will receive the things that they want. Okay, so that is for the first question. Okay, and also the second question is to
Can
share
you
about the.
share? Yes, the Overseas Union Program. I think a lot of people are interested about this.
Okay. So for the Overseas Union Program, right? So actually, this is just a project basis usually. So what we did, we usually collaborate with the local NGOs. So our Malaysia volunteers will travel there to do the volunteer work, and also I financially support the project as well. Okay. So our team once went to Cambodia, we went to Myanmar, Philippines, and
Oh, okay.
also Sri Lanka recently. Yeah, so all these projects are also very different as we based on the need advised by the local NGOs. Yeah.
Okay. And what is your plan for 2024? That's the last question.
Okay. Our plan for 2024, is it just a major plans for 2024 or for the Overseas Union project?
The major one, mejor.
Major ones. Okay. Okay. For the major ones, actually, for the major ones, okay, our future
Yeah.
plan. Okay, our future plan is we actually um, would like to have an Earth Warrior Day. Just for a while. Okay. An Earth Warrior Day. Actually, Earth Warrior Day is actually a cleanup. That is a very, very big cleanup. Okay. We, like I said before, we have like a sister NGO which is Earth Warrior Association. So most likely our Earth Warrior Association, we did like a beach cleanup or also a street cleanup as well. So we will be having a Earth Warriors Day where many volunteers from different teams. Like I said, we have Skinchan, we have from Perak, from Malacca, and also we even have like overseas, Earth Warriors. So we will be doing a street cleanup at the same time. So a very big Earth Warriors Day, okay? And also at the same time, we would like to focus more on our outstation program, and we would like to help more people, okay, since we have our community center in Klang, right? And also we also have our community center in Malacca. So we would like to, increase more of our beneficiaries, not just focusing on Klang and also in Malacca, but we would like to focus more on every state as well. Okay, and also we actually broke our record in our last gala dinner. So we have fund almost 3 million ringgit. So we would like to use
Oh,
those money. We would like to utilize all the money to help all the people in needs in, just a lot more people in need. Yeah.
that's fantastic. Congratulations. 3 million is a lot of money on one gala dinner. That's amazing. But I want to go back to another question here from the chat stream here. There's one specifically for you, KB. This person, again, Miss Lavender, the one with the MK, she or he is asking, KB, what's the most unforgettable memory you have from your volunteering experience? And I'm assuming it's with a Great Heart Charity.
Okay. What is my okay? There's many. So there's many, right? So basically, I think one of the case that I'm not full time into that, but I'm helping. There's one staff that working in the Great Heart. I think follow up and the beneficiary case where a single mother have to taking of the children, right? And then I did help the person to follow up in the case, and I can see from where the person facing challenges until we completed a project and the person can be self-sustaining and he's doing his own baking, selling his cookies in certain site, and then we help them. I think the person together we help them to find a place to sell their cookies, all these type of things. So I do believe that this kind of story is a good thing that when we are helping the communities, right? Because you ask me, I'm in the long run, I'm looking for a dream that even those orphanage house, even those old folks house, I'm thinking that actually we can do something even much better instead of just giving them money, right? So maybe
Yes.
we can do something more differently, like even they are old, they still can do something. If they say I can find some job for them to do and they can earn some living and they can take care of themselves, even the orphanage or whatever thing, we can do the same thing that to make them self-sustain. I do believe that because nowadays every facing challenges in their life, right? And
Yes.
I think we go for donation also facing challenges, right? People
Yeah.
also have to thinking. So in the other ways, maybe we should look into the way that to help them to make them self-sustain, right? Because no matter how, I think we need to work for our life. I do believe, I always believe that way lah. Eh? I drive my life. I need to drive myself
Yeah.
effort. Okay, so I do believe that, of course, at this point of time, sometimes it's challenges because it's too old. But for those orphanage, everything, I think we can always look into how can help them to be self-sustained. This is my belief lah. Right? You ask me, this is my self belief. Right? And
No.
for information, I do yogurt. Right? I helping my
Okay.
nephew do yogurt, right? So we do produce yogurt, right? So of course, the same yogurt concept, we are trying doing it in the way that, example, okay? To make a yogurt, of course, you need a clean place, you need a very, I mean, because the cleanliness is very important. Yogurt is bacteria, right? So
Yeah.
what we can do here actually, we do look into those people that facing some challenges in income. So basically, we teach them how to make yogurt. Right? After that, we teach them how to make yogurt. Then after that, we get them to go and find their own customers.
Of course.
Then they can sell their own yogurt. Right? So in the
Yeah.
other way, they can be self-sustained. I mean, that's how I believe, right?
Okay. Well, thank you so much for responding to the questions from the chat stream because we get quite a lot of them sometimes. But I want to go back to where we left off, and I want to know more on your personal understanding and perhaps the intention of why did Great Heart Charity decide to join um, this Malaysia Nation Building Impact Fund? And what do you hope to achieve through this kind of collaboration? So I want to ask this to Mira, obviously, because you're head of partnership. So please use your strategy and tell the viewers.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so actually, why we joined this campaign is actually we would like, of course, we would like exposure as well for our Great Heart Charity. So, like I said before, we use our Instagram platform, our Facebook platform to actually expose about to update our followers and our Facebook followers as well regarding our beneficiaries and stuff like that. So we would like exposure so that we can expose more of our beneficiaries. So sometimes they did like a business and stuff. So we would like to expose them more. Okay, and that's one thing. And also we would like to have like a different crowd lah. Okay, we actually
Mm.
hope to create a synergy as well with other NGOs. Maybe in the future we can collaborate with other NGOs such as we have Petiwi, we have Yayasan Choke, right? So we
Yeah.
would love to collaborate more with these NGOs. Just so we can explore more of our beneficiaries instead of just B40 families. We can help more of the special needs or maybe more of the more underprivileged families last just so we can expose more on this kind of platform, okay, so we can collaborate more with them. Yeah.
Okay, understood, understood. Now, that leads to my next question. How familiar are you with Lotus Malaysia?
Okay,
Both of you.
so for okay, maybe Kibi, you want to start
It's
with
okay. You go ahead. You go ahead. No problem. Yeah.
okay, I go ahead. Okay, sure, no problem. So as for Lotus Malaysia, we have been working with Lotus Malaysia. Also recently we have our community day. Also I work with Lotus Malaysia as well. Okay, community day is actually we have a PPR housing area. For example, I chose PPR Desa Tun Razak and also PPR Kubong in Malacca. Okay, so we did a community day where we gave out like groceries to these PPR residents. So we chose 150 residents, if I'm not mistaken. So we purchased box of items from Lotus Malaysia, and they are also very collaborative and they are also very cooperative. I still remember they even gave us because we bought in cartons, right?
Yeah.
So there are some still little bits, they gave us, sikit-sikit, they give it to us lah. So we also distribute it to our beneficiaries as well in community center in Klang as well. So I think Lotus Malaysia is very good in by with helping us being cooperative, and at the same time they do help us by giving out free free groceries item as well. So Lotus Malaysia has been very helpful for us. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the reason I ask is because this whole month is also in somewhat collaboration with them, and I want to
Yeah.
play a video and explain how our viewers and hopefully your audience as well, Mira, and your volunteering team, KB, could play a part, because you can do two things if you want to help with this Malaysia Nation Building Impact Fund that is providing all these collective funds for these 5 charities that you see here, Great Heart being one of them. So it's a way of how else we can donate, and this is donating through a impact fund. So the full amount of the amount collected here will be then distributed equally to all the 5 different charities, which includes Fuji, Pertiwi, Yayasan Chowkit, and Hospice Malaysia. And then you can see in front of your screen here, other than donating on the donate button below you, you can also go to www.theinsignment.com and look for the Malaysian Nation Building Fund, and learn more about what this is all about, and feel free to contribute. You can contribute monthly, or you can contribute at one time as well. And of course, we have all the necessary stories, and so forth for you to kind of get to know how it works. It is mobile friendly, so you can go and donate directly to the mobile. But the other important thing is we have what Simon does differently is we embed our charity marketplaces. So what that means is for this month with Lotus Malaysia, if you're ordering a lot of food or a lot of groceries from Lotus Malaysia and using the app, you can find Great Heart Charity in the app, whether if it's on the browser or through the Lotus app on your mobile. So there's a specific segment just for this month where we feature all 5 charities here, as you can see on your screen. And this means all the Lotus app users or Lotus customers, they can now donate directly to the Lotus app. So this creates a massive traffic or eyeballs to those who would like to donate and make a contribution. So were you aware of this embedding that we've been doing, Mira?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it in our Instagram as well regarding this Lotus campaign. So I think it's a great thing that people can actually donate. While they are shopping, they can also donate to us, and we will for surely utilize all the money donated to us to our underprivileged families. Yeah.
Inshallah. So yeah, so there we go. KB, inshallah, all the way. So this is this is what I'm trying to. We want to educate our viewers as well that other than donating directly on emers.tv, which you can see down there, there's a donation button there. If you want to learn more, I mean, the best part is if you are following Great Heart Charity on the platform on Simon, you can get updates directly there as well. So this kind of gives you an overview how the progress is being made. Because some of the people are, I do not know if you know, but there has been a donation fatigue for the past 3 years. When I mean donation fatigue is for those who are, the number has become less because of the trustworthiness and the impact that they don't really see that's being relayed on the amount that's been contributing. So what we're trying to do is trying to close that gap. And one of the strategy is this show to kind of showcase verified, reputable, with great stories, great volunteers to back this up, to kind of showcase the reality of how we can better and so forth. I'm just gonna go check very quickly if we have any other questions from the chat group. Not really, but yes, for those who are watching on emers.tv, if you have not followed or subscribed us on emers.tv, please do. There's some kind of subscription or follow. There's a follow button somewhere where you can follow us on emers.tv. We're very active on there. We have a lot of shows there. So please, yes, Mira is also saying, even KB is saying, please donate and follow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you donate on Amos TV, it goes to the the Malaysia Nation Building Fund. So thank you for that. For those who have been donating to us, I really, really welcome that.
Thank you.
Yes, I have to. I mean, this should be your logo. Like
Great heart.
update it to, yes,
Yes,
or
sir.
I don't know what's this other one where you. Yeah, this is easy, but this one, is it this one?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, KB, you should illustrate.
I show you this one. I show you this one.
Oh, okay.
The spirit of great heart. I love that.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I should get one shirt of that. I should give. Are you giving away any T-shirts?
I don't know. I think maybe you will need to buy it because that's actually our limited edition merchandise actually from our 10-year
I
anniversary,
see.
right, Captain?
But sharing is caring, because that's why you have a great heart. But yeah, like probably I'll just ask one last question. This goes to the both of you. It's very cliche, but where do you see the both of you with Great Heart Charity in the next 3 years?
Wow. Okay,
I didn't say 5. I didn't say 10. I said 3 because I think it's more realistic, lah. You wanna go first, KB? Oh, KB.
Sorry, I
You wanna go?
Yeah.
Did you get what? Did you get anything? Because I saw you were stuck for a bit.
yeah, I can't hear you just now.
Oh, sorry. No, I was saying, where do you see yourself with Great Heart Charity in the next 3 years?
Basically, I think there's still a lot of things to do, and of course, at this point of time, I've been volunteering in Klang, all this type of thing. I think today Great Heart got a set out in Malacca, and Kampa. There's some people helping out.
Oh, come
And then,
on.
yeah, I look forward that one day Great Heart, maybe in the 3 years time, they can roll out to many parts in Malaysia, right? And the other part is my hometown in Penang, right? Penang
Wow.
also got a lot of people need help, right? All right.
Where in Penang
so
is your hometown? Where is your
I'm
where's your
from
hometown?
Bukit Mentajam.
Oh, Bukit Bintang. Nice.
Yeah, you know Anwar Ibrahim, right? The hometown.
Yes,
right?
of
Nearby.
course. I mean, you could have said our Prime Minister, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. I mean, I would love to see Great Heart Charity all over. Are you guys in Borneo?
Not sure. So maybe
Oh, no.
in 3 years, maybe we can try to actually go
20
to-
years?
Who knows? Who knows,
Oh,
right?
long, ma. Okay, anyways, Mira, your turn. Where do you see yourself the next 3 years with Great Heart Charity?
Okay, I was actually hoping for the same thing, that we can expand more, maybe to other states instead of Kampa and Malacca, and maybe we can have more Negeri Sembilan, Pahang, other rural states area that will need more help. So I really do hope that in 3 years maybe Great Heart can expand more, so we can have more volunteers, more manpower, more donations, so that we can expand more to more states, and maybe we can go even overseas.
Okay.
Who knows, right? So
Who's-
yeah, I'm really hoping for the same thing too, Kevin. Yeah.
Now, one last
Yeah.
question before I wrap up the show. We already got, if I don't want to talk about, funding being the problem, because I can ask to anyone, everyone will say, yeah, funding number one. But other than funding and having manpower, such as KB as your volunteering core team, what other challenges do you wish that you could have at the point where you are right now?
Okay.
Mira.
I think as the partnership executive, right? So I
Yeah.
have been faced a lot of communication challenges lah for me, because every people, they have different kinds of communicating. How you communicate is different, right? So especially when we are trying to understand our beneficiaries, every beneficiaries, they have their own needs, right? So this
Yeah.
this family, they have different needs, and this family, they have different needs as well. So for us to actually understand their needs, and for us to actually understand how we can allocate our resources to their
Yeah.
needs. So I think that's one of the challenges that I have always faced, and I am also currently learning in how to communicate, efficiently, to communicate better with beneficiaries, also with the contributors as well as volunteers. So I'm trying to still learn, more volunteers. A lot of actually our Great Heart volunteers is, have been volunteering a lot of years than me. Just like Kian Peng, he is 4 years with Great Heart instead of me. I'm just 8 months, so I'm still like learning about Great Heart, and also our contributors, our beneficiaries, as well as the volunteers. Yeah.
MashaAllah. Okay, that's great to know. Well, any advice you like to say before we wrap the show, Amira? Let's start with KB. Any advice you'd like to kind of tell us to the viewers about what can they do more? Just like you're a very inspiring person
Yeah.
already. A retiree at a very young age. I would say around 55 or so, and now you're doing this full time. Must be holistically filled with joy and happiness of doing something that you really love. So, what advice would you like to end on your side for on the show?
Okay, I will give those advice to those who want to volunteer. I think a lot of
Okay.
people want to step out to do a volunteer to help out the communities. And a lot of cases I can see they are just at the talking stage, right? So I'm
Mm.
suggesting those who want to volunteer just put into action, right? You will see realize happiness
Oh, oh. KB, can you hear us? I think. Oh no, KB. No, KB.
Oh, no.
Oh no, this
you're not
be
see
happening
I mean
live
if
on
you do.
at a show. We have never had this before, but for those who are watching, KB is having some issues with. We only heard half of what you said, KB. So because of the Wi-Fi or the internet on your side,
Yeah.
maybe you can shorten it and then tell to the people who have on the fence on volunteering why they should volunteer. Give that advice.
Basically, yeah. Basically, you can just step out to become volunteers, and you will see the real happiness in the peace that after you are giving. That's a key point that I want to highlight it, right?
Okay.
Basically, you enjoy it, okay? I
Yeah.
definitely you enjoy it, and do not worry about supporting wrong people, right? Because some people might saying that I give the support to the person whether it's a true person, do they need the support or not.
Yeah.
I do believe that we when we do supporting, it's not 100% go to the right person,
Yeah.
but there is a 70%, 50%. That's it. You are helping some people, right? That's I believe, right?
Awesome. Thank you for that. And Mira.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have always believed that volunteering is not just, buying groceries. It's not just volunteering your energy. It's not just volunteering your money as well. So in charity, however, you can even use your skills to volunteer. For example, we have our own community, our committee, which she is actually a lawyer. So she actually used her skill to give free legal services to the underprivileged families. Yeah. So as you know, legal services are very expensive. So
Yes.
she can actually help this underprivileged family to have their they also have the rights that they deserve, right? So
They do.
this kind of skills actually a good thing. Maybe you don't have the time, but you have the skills, right? So
Yeah.
that's one of the ways for you to volunteer as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, KB, Mira, I really enjoyed the both of you coming to the show. I thank you for your participation, your energy, your charisma, your insights, your stories. And I really hope people who are watching and listening are doing all they can at their own time, with their own will, to volunteer with you guys, to do more, even volunteering, just being inspired and volunteering anywhere else. That's great. That's already good enough. And also contribute to the Malaysian Nation Building Fund through Great Heart Charity in this program. I want to thank you to both of you. And with that, we will wrap up our It Matters show. Let's take a quick Wi-Fi. Maybe Mira, you can screenshot from your from your
Short, eh?
laptop. So I don't know. I don't really do this, but upon request, I do this.
Okay,
If
okay.
not, I'll do it. Oh, you can.
Okay.
You can. You can do it. Okay.
Okay, sure. Okay,
Okay.
ready? Ken Bang, you can smile. Okay, ready?
Yes, welcome.
1, 3. Okay.
Yes, all the live streamers. Yes, you can.
Like a great heart,
Give
like
heart. For
love.
those who are watching, give a heart shape on the chat stream, so I know that you are streaming with your heart. Oh my God, this is really happening. 안녕하세요, 사랑해요. Okay. Okay, no
Okay,
more
thank
missing.
you.
All right. Thank you. All
Yeah,
right.
thank you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see
Thank
you
you.
again, inshallah, in 2024.
All
Okay,
right.
see
Thank
you.
you. Good night. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.